Hello everybody, this is Starcraft once again bringing you another tutorial on how to... Actually, I'm not sure what we are doing today. All I know is that this is one of the saves of the game save that I have set up for you guys, and so you can see here my opponent, Apollo feed, spawning as the red Terran on the top right of the map. And if we look down here, myself, Adjudicator, as the blue Protoss. Now, since I'm not really sure what direction we're going to take this in, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the first couple of minutes of the game. As you can see here, some people like to APM spam, which is basically when you click a lot of things very fast on the map. And what people say that does is that it helps your concentration and it helps you keep up with like several tasks at the same time. So if you have a two-war front or anything like that, you can quickly switch back and forth between all of them. Now, what I like to do is because personally, I don't think there's any point in just clicking one spot 1,000 times. There's really nothing you're doing there other than clicking really fast. So what I like to do is for the first couple of seconds, spam the probe key or the drone key or the SCV key or whatever, and then click every single mineral patch individually. In my opinion, what that does, it trains your muscle memory, so you're actually being more precise, because it takes a little bit of skill to be precise and where you click. So when a lot of things are going on, you're not going to be misclicking things or accidentally clicking where you don't want to and attacking your own units, which happens a lot of time when you're trying to manage a lot of things at the same time. So as you can see here, I'm actually starting as a standard 9 pylon 12 gate into a simulator build. And let's take a look at my opponent over here. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. My opponent's actually doing the same. Maybe not the same timings, but pretty much overall the same, similar things. Our little probes here are having a little bit of a probe fight over the Zelnaga watchtower, but as you can see, we both want to see what the other player is up to. So I believe I've already scouted this. Yeah, I've already scouted here and see that there's nothing like a forge or a proxy gateway or anything going on like that. Let's take a look at my base. Yeah, I tend to favor when I'm playing as Protoss, usually if I don't see anything rushing or anything like that, I tend to favor a tech route, so you'll always see me go stalker first, generally, and double gas, and just really tech heavy a little bit. Now, that's a personal preference, and definitely you should find something that suits you better, but I think that sets you up great. For example, if it's a proxy reaper or anything like that, it's not going to actually affect you when you have that fast stalker coming out. So as you can see here, I am trying to get rid of this probe before I put down my Robotics Bay, which is what I usually go after this. So let's take a look back at my opponent over here. He has not much else going on. He's got one Zealot. He went the Zealot first route, and he is actually going with the Robotics Bay as well. So we're doing almost identical builds, except he built a Zealot, and I'm building a Stalker. And that Stalker is actually very helpful to get rid of these scouting probes and drones and the overlords, because obviously it has range attack, so it doesn't have to chase down as far as a Zealot would to kill the probes. So as you can see here, I think I actually follow this quite a way because I don't know, I just want to start freaking out my opponent like, ha, you lost a probe, so I'm actually going way far out here trying to get this little probe, but it looks like he kind of left me in the dust, so I have to turn back. Or yep, there you go. As you can see, the Stalker heading back, and let's see my probe here. Actually, I sent my probe in here to scout, and it's dead, so that's a sad face. And this is a little unorthodox. My opponent's actually going double Robotics Bay, so I bet he thought I was going to go mass Stalker. Now, one thing you have to know is I hate Stalkers. I absolutely, unbelievably, there's just no description to how much contempt I feel for Stalkers. Unfortunately, they are a staple unit of the Protoss, so I have no other choice but then to build Stalkers. But whenever possible, I try not to. So it's just a personal preference, I think. Generally, I think they're just really weak units. They remind me too much of the Dragoons in that Starcraft 1. If you ever played that, they were all clumping around each other and being kind of dumb and blocking pathing, and it was just a disaster. And that's really, I think the Stalker's too close to a Dragoon, in my opinion. So as you can see here, my opponent's sending a Stalker himself to put a little bit of LD pressure, see if he can push up this wall. But as you can see, my Immortal, perfect timing. I mean, despite the fact that I already have 3 Stalkers, my immortal is right here. So let's take a look at my opponent's base. He has two. Well, he has one immortal and he has another immortal coming out. So let's look at production. As you can see, I'm focusing on the tech upgrade route, and we'll see how that pans out actually in a later part of the game. So once I get that immortal, I go kind of with whatever I have and I start pushing, putting a little bit of aggression. As you can see, my timing here is almost flawless. I think this is almost out of character for me, but this is great to have the gateway coming out just as you got 2 more units out, because now I get 2 extra units right off the bat. So let's see here, I'm preparing to make a push. I am going to see, first of all, if there is an expansion, because if the opponent has fast expanded, you want to take that out immediately. You don't want to let your opponent pass you in resources. Let's take a look at income here. As you can see, we're fairly tied up. My opponent actually has more probes, but as you can see, it's not paying off. I mean, it's almost 100 minerals over, give or less, but this is probably 3 or 4 probes too many here. Now, the real danger, as you can see, I'm sorry, I think I missed a little battle healer, but I don't think actually anything happened. So, as you can see, my opponent has 4 immortals. That's bad. Why is that bad? Because I have 3 stalkers and an immortal. And actually, these zealots are pretty good, but then he can just micro back these immortals and sell it, and stalkers back and forth, and my opponent and my zealots might not actually get any hits in. So here I go with the warp prism. I tend to favor the warp prism instead of the proxy pylon, but big mistake losing that there. That is 200 minerals plus the time that the Robotics Bay was being used up. So as you can see here, I've actually switched from robotics. I am no longer making immortals and I'm going for charge lots. At what point did I see that I should have gone for charge? I am not sure, but that was a definitely great call, because normally I tend to favor the immortal build because personally it's one of my favorite units in the game and it just owns. I mean, the damage on armored is 50 base, and as you can see here with one upgrade it's 55, so it's horrible damage, and these charge lots are just completely obliterating those immortals. That's why he's running away, trying to get to the ramp and play the defender's advantage. But I already got my observer over here, so I can see up the ramp and start hitting his buildings over here, and I still push in with my zealots. So as you can see, I did a complete switch. My opponent saw my stalkers. He thought I was going stalkers, mass stalkers, and then I saw his double robotics bay with the immortals, and I countered with a Twilight Council and Charge Lots. As you can see, 4 gate here. Yeah, 4 gates. And now that I've pushed out, now that I know I have map control, I've gone ahead and expanded. So this is definitely how you guys want to play when you're in a situation like this. You try to counter your, as you can see, the warp prism again. You try to counter your opponent's build and push. You should never play too defensively. Like, unless you're Terran, you generally want to be doing some aggression, especially if you're being pushed into, because what you don't want to do is give map control to your opponent. So let's take a look here at units lost. As you can see, oh man. We've lost the same amount of units, but because he's been losing immortals and I've been losing zealots, he's lost over twice as much as minerals as I have. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely, I'm really thankful for all the people that have been watching my videos. If you like them, please comment, subscribe. There is nothing better and more motivating than just seeing people watching my videos. And actually, I've only been winning games lately for the last couple of nights, so don't think I'm only trying to post games where I win. I really just have been on a winning streak for some reason. I think I'm just so excited about having actually started my channel, since I've had this plan for a while, but I won't bore you with the details about that. But yeah, just let me know if you have any requests or anything, and I will keep these videos coming as fast as I can, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good day.